India, one of the biggest countries in Asia, known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich of culture, traditions, food, and spirituality, known for being one of the most ethnically diverse countries in the world. Another reason India is known for is its legendary folklore, urban legends, and uncanny beliefs passed from generation to another one. Every story is scarier than the other. This video is very special to me to make because I've been a fan of India and Bollywood movies from a young age. Watching Indian movies was a family ritual, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me a lot. This video is about Indian urban legends. Nali Ba. This urban legend goes back to the 1990s in the city of Bangalore. In the middle of the night, a strange woman, or a witch as most people believed, would knock on people's doors calling out their names. If the person in the house opens the door, they would die the very next day. The spooky part of this urban legend is that this witch would call the person inside the house imitating the voice of their loved ones, usually their mothers, making it hard for them to not open the door. The locals then found out a way to protect themselves from the witch. They started writing the phrase Nali Ba on their front doors, or uttering the phrase Nali Ba when hearing the witch's knocks. Nali Ba literally means come back tomorrow. When reading this phrase, the witch would leave and come back the next day. The following day, finding the phrase Nali Ba still written on the front door, the witch would leave, and so it goes on each night. The movie Stree, which was a hit success in Bollywood cinema, is based on Nali Ba urban legend. Bullet Baba. Bullet Baba Temple is one of the most unique temples of India. It is a temple located near Jodhpur in Rajasthan. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. The story goes back to the morning of December 2nd, 1991, when Singh Rathore, known as Bana, was riding his bike back home from Pali. Due to the intense fog, Bana crashed into a tree and died on the spot. The motorcycle was then transported to Road Guard police station where it was kept parked. That's when strange incidents started to happen. The next day, the motorcycle gone missing. After a search, the police found it where the accident occurred. Assuming that it was some kind of a prank, the police brought it back, emptied the fuel tank, and chained it to ensure that nobody would move it. Surprisingly, the motorcycle went missing the next day, and you guessed it right, the motorbike was found where Singh had his accident. When locals heard about this incredible incident, they believed that there was an unknown divine power behind all of this that must be acknowledged. It was then that they decided to make the motorbike a shrine. Gradually, a small temple was built near that accident spot as people came to know about it. They started visiting the temple to offer prayers to the owner of the bike and his motorbike. Soon after that, the temple was called Bullet Baba. The motorcycle is now kept in a glass case and decorated with flowers and tilak. Some locals said to have witnessed the motorcycle starts on its own. It is said that if you do not stop to offer prayers to the Bullet Baba while traveling through the Pali-Jodhpur highway, you might not reach your destination alive. The vehicle passing by refrained from honking as an offering to the Baba. Tunnel 33 in Shimla. Shimla, also known as Simla, is the capital and the largest city of the northern Indian state of Himachal Pradesh. Shimla is home to several buildings that are styled in the Tudor, Beathen, and Neo-Gothic architecture dating from the colonial era, as well as multiple temples and churches and breathtaking natural environments that attract many tourists all year long. Shimla is also known for its trains and tunnels. Colonel Barg was a British engineer who was assigned to complete the construction of the tunnel in a given period. To match the deadline and speed up the construction, he divided the team of workers in two groups and ordered to dig the tunnels from both sides. He instructed the crew members to bore the tunnel according to his calculations from both sides so that both the tunnels could meet in the middle to become a single tunnel. His miscalculations failed as both the tunnels did not meet even after crossing the center of the mountain. The British government fired Colonel Barrog and accused him of wasting the property of the government. Colonel Barrog couldn't complete the work of the tunnel, and his decision also made the workers furious because all their hard work went in vain. All of it sent Barrog in the state of humiliation and depression. The shame was getting unbearable till one day he decided to end it all. On one evening, Colonel Barrog went for a walk with his dog and shot himself dead inside the tunnel, committing suicide. It is said that his spirit has never left the place. His soul still wanders around the tunnel. Many people and locals have claimed to see him, although they have clearly said that he is a good soul and never harms anyone. But the thought of a soul residing there is still kind of scary. The government has tried to lock the tunnel with a metal gate whose locks keeps getting broken for an unknown reason, unknown forces. The tunnel is awfully dark, yet beautiful, and attracts many visitors throughout the year. Composer and singer Himesh Reshammiya, whose songs are racing up the music chart, would never have imagined that his popular score Jalak Dihla could face the flak for an apparently ghostly link. Himesh Reshammiya might be the only man whose music has the power to raise the dead from their graves. His hit song Jalak Dihla from the film Aksar was banned from a village in Gujarat after people were allegedly getting possessed by evil ghosts while humming its tune. Apparently, the music CDs and cassettes of the song were also burnt down on orders from the village heads. Isamiya Master, who is a retired school teacher in Thakur Mohalla, where several people have reportedly been possessed because of the song, said that getting possessed by evil power is not a new phenomenon in India, but of late, the trend has increased. The evil follows you because the lyrics of the song have the words Aja, Aja that invites the ghost. What makes the song even weirder is that it apparently only causes possession for members of the Muslim community. Jalak Dihla was not the first song to be linked to ghosts and deads. Interestingly, there is a Gujarati hit number called Sanidu Sanidu that is believed by Hindus living in the village to summon a witch that harasses particularly women. The Stone Man is a name given by the popular English language print media of Calcutta to an unidentified serial killer who murdered at least 13 homeless people in Calcutta during their sleep in the 1989. Stone Man and his presence haunted Kolkata in the summer of 1989 when 13 people were murdered over a 6-month period. The first murder took place in June 1989. The common thread in these murders was that the victims were all hit on their heads with a heavy stone. Besides, all 13 victims were homeless, pavement dwellers who slept in dimly lit areas. They were killed after midnight or in the early morning hours. The police said all the victims were hit in the head with a heavy stone of at least 30 kilograms. None of the victims, unfortunately, could be identified as no one came forward to claim their bodies. Most of the killing occurred in central Kolkata, adjoining the Howrah Bridge. No one has ever come forward to give evidences about the Stone Man, having information about him, or even seeing him. But the Kolkata police suspected the killer as a mentally unstable person. Though the killing ended by 1989, a few murders bearing the Stone Man's signature have been reported since. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching it. It's been a real pleasure and fun making it. I'm sorry for the pronunciation if I have messed up some of the words. I'm not Indian, I'm just making an effort to making it because I'm a real fan of India. If you know other stories or even these stories that I've told in this video, don't hesitate to comment if you have more information or if there are some corrections to make about some of the information that I've given. If you know other stories, don't hesitate also to share them with us in the comment. I will make sure to read them all and maybe make other videos about them. So until then, take care of yourself and I love you all.